And the last thing I'm going to do, for those of you who are in this room that served in the military, I think you'll appreciate this. Right now, when you have served overseas and you come back to this state, first of all, your combat fee, your combat pay is taxed, whereas in most states it is not. So we're not going to do that in the state of Arkansas anymore. And the second thing, for those individuals who have served in our armed services and have a retirement benefit, in the state of Arkansas, we are no longer, if I have my way of doing things, we are no longer going to be taxing those folks their benefits, because they put their lives on their line, on their lives on the line for us, and we are welcoming them back to our state with a tax bill instead of with our arms wide open. We need to be saying, come back to Arkansas, thank you for your service, thank you for doing what you have done to keep our freedoms alive in this country. And that's what so we're going to start turning things around in the state of Arkansas, because if you think about it, we're really just a microcosm of what's going on at the federal level. We have the Revenue Stabilization Act, which means that we have to have a balanced budget in this state. But folks, we don't have a balanced budget in this state, because right now we owe over $300 million in counting to the federal government right now. So we have to bring all of our spending under control. We have to create the appropriate environment for businesses to thrive. We have to get government out of your way. We have to improve our tax structure if we are ever going to move ourselves forward and not be satisfied with being at the bottom. I just had a conversation a couple of days ago with Governor Barber. He is very happy about coming to the state of Arkansas to support my candidacy on June the 14th. This is something that Mike, I'm just telling people for the first time today. And the reason that he is coming to this state is not because he thinks that Governor Beebe is a horrible person. He's coming to this state because he agrees with me that the way to move our country and our state forward is by espousing some of the policies that I've talked about today. He believes in that message of smaller government, of less waste, of reforming our taxes and not continuing to put our businesses at a disadvantage vis-a-vis foreign corporations. He agrees with those things. He believes in my candidacy, and he's going to be here to help me in a fundraiser. We're going to formally kick off our fundraising this month. To be candid with you, in the last 3 months, I haven't had much time to go out and ask for money. I've had a lot of time to go out to almost 3 dozen counties now, and I've made dozens and dozens of speeches all across the state of Arkansas. And what I hear from Republicans and Democrats alike is it's time for a change. It's time for us to look forward and not in the rearview mirror. And that's exactly what I intend to do. I intend to win this race. I'll just tell you one little anecdote because it's kind of funny. I've heard this so often from reporters and from people across the country that would call to get an interview, and from even people here in Arkansas. They'd say, why would you run against such a popular incumbent governor? And after I'd heard that a number of times, I finally said, you know what? This is not a popularity contest. We are running not for senior class president. We're running for governor of the state of Arkansas. And it is time for leadership. It is time to stand up on difficult issues. It is time to make a change in our state that will be better for our children and our grandchildren. And folks, that is exactly what I intend to do. God bless you, and thank you for listening.